Today I thought I'd do a quick review of this new TISAS Night Stalker, and I have already gone through it and done my basic mods that I do to my pistols. Every gun that I buy, no matter who builds the 1911, I'm always going to go in and check a couple of things just to make sure it's in good shape. And this gun, I checked the extractor. I did that on all guns. This one's empty right now. But that extractor claw on this one was a little bit tight for my taste. It would handle the shells pretty decent, but I like to have that set to exactly 1.5 pounds of pressure for the extractor. And if you look at there's one called Expert Extractor Tuning. I've got that on my website. You're welcome to look at that. I'm not going to go into that right now. But I invented a tool called the Goldilocks tool, and it lets you take the slide, stand it up, put the Goldilocks tool underneath the extractor, then hook a trigger gauge to it and do a pull. Like I say, this one was reading about 3.5 pounds of pressure. Sometimes it'd read even as high as 4. That's a little tight on the extractor, and it can cause feeding issues. That's the #1 problem you'll have with a tight extractor is feeding issues. It'll eject fine, but it won't feed real smooth. So a strong magazine spring will make up for that, but as soon as your mag spring gets the least little bit of weakness, got a few rounds on it, you're going to start having feeding issues. So I took care of that, set that, like I say, 1.5 pounds. The other thing I did was I wanted to go ahead and put in a new sear spring here. I like cylinder and slide products, and I had a brand new one in stock. I went ahead and tuned it a little bit, bent the prongs on it. Again, I've got a video on that, but I went to look at this. How am I going to put that in there? There's no pin to drive to take this bottom piece off. And it dawned on me, these grips that they cut, I'm going to call them triangular, but they're kind of flat, large flat here, small flat here. They all you got to do is take these 2 screws out, and then you'll see your standard GI pin that holds this all together. So these 2 screws come off. These 2 come off, then your pin is exposed in the rear, and you just drive that pin out like you would any other GI 1911. Once you get the pin out, then this bottom plate right here, which is your mag well, it is unitized into the back strap. So that will come off, and then you can doodle around, do whatever changes you want to make inside there and slap it back together. So I changed the trigger. The trigger on this gun from the factory was just about 5 pounds, and I wanted it to be closer to 3 pounds. This is going to be a farm gun. It's going to be used for the Night Stalker job. It will end up with a laser and a light right there. Going to be my bedside gun. Our primary weapon here on the farm is the M4. The 870 pump shotgun is a secondary weapon, and this is the one that if you had to throw one on your hip or use it to look for your other gun, this is going to play that job. It'll have, like I say, a light and a laser made by Defense, and they think they cost about 30 bucks on, see, I got that off of Amazon, Amazon.com. Got it from them, so about 30 bucks. Very nice pistol so far. I have been real happy with taking it apart. Let me get into it and see a little bit more the features. The fit and finish on this gun is absolutely outstanding, and I have held some very nice guns through the years. I can't afford to spend $4,500 on a 1911. I have no desire for that high of a level. Other people that got that kind of money, I understand. That's fine. If you want to spend $5 grand on a 1911 because of the engraving, or you want it to say Wilson Combat on it or whatever, I understand that. That's fine. But I can't do that. But I feel very blessed to be able to pick up a pistol like this that's got such nice fit and finish. I mean, that rail, the way this is running, it feels like it's got a full-length guide rod in it, and it does not. It has a GI guide rod. It has a single recoil spring, which is great. And man, that thing is smooth. But the lockup on it is tight. The barrel locks to the slide very tight. The barrel bushing, for a $600 entry-level 1911, that's what I'm going to call it. It is very tight. Everything about this gun, the fit and the finish, is very good. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I've got a whole bunch of my reloads, and I'll talk to you about what they are here in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and shoot some. And I'm going to be shooting today at 10 yards. We're going to be shooting at small circles that I've made with the quarter, and see if we can hit. The rules of engagement are I get one shot for each circle, and we'll see how that goes. And I hope you enjoy the video. Please feel free to make any comments, ask questions if you want to know how I did the trigger work in there, or if you want to know how I did the extractor. I'll be glad to send you the video on the Goldilocks tool that I built to tune those extractors exact. There's no reason that you have to have a 1911 have malfunctions when you can tune that extractor yourself. It's very easy to do, and I'll show you step by step. So I look forward to that. Anybody wants to send me a text, I'll send you a text back, phone number, text, personal messages, however you want to do it. And I will definitely send you a link directly for that application. It's an expert guide to tuning the extractor claw. I call it the extractor claw because it's shaped like a miniature crab claw. So again, just be watching. We're going to go ahead and shoot this thing here in a minute and see how she does. Over and out for now. Okay, yesterday we did a little tabletop review of this fine pistol, and today we're going to do some shooting. And here's the rules of engagement. You can see I've got 6 circles there. I just took a nickel and surrounded it with a nice red Sharpie. And rules of engagement today are, I've got 6 rounds in here total with 1 spare. So if I miss any of those circles, that spare is to make up for the miss. A hit is anything where I cut red or inside the red. So this is a brand new gun to me. I have not spent a bunch of time practicing, but boy, it feels great in the hand. It really does. So we got 7 rounds. You can see what I'm using here. These are my hand loads. 185 grain. This is a Berry's bullets. 4.5 grains of bullseye powder, and I push those down to 1.26. That's my overall length. And let's have a go at these. Each one's going to get 1 shot. And if I completely miss the red and the center and everything, I don't even touch it, I've got 1 spare. That's not very much to go wrong. But we're going to give this a try here and see what we can do. Nice and slow. We'll start with, well, I got chickens out there right behind me, so I may have to start with getting them out of the way. Get out of there, chickens! Get out of that area! Chickens right behind the target. Get out of there! All right, this is, we're gonna have to get them some chicken food. Is what we're gonna have to do. Get them some chicken food real quick and feed them somewhere else. That's too dangerous. Okay, we got the chickens fed now. They're off to another location, which is great. So, the trick with all these pistols like this, a brand new pistol, is you really don't know how your sight system is set up. This has got a tombstone cut out in the back. It's a fairly small rear sight. It's got the rounded cutout in it instead of square. And they have a front night sight there with an orange ring around it. And that's usually set up for combat, for shooting at a man-sized silhouette. They don't expect you to do a lot of precision shooting, so it'll be interesting to see where these sights are set up. They are fixed sights. You can shift them right and left, but they are not a true adjustable sight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flush the sight picture up good. Let's get these headset on here. I'm going to flush the sight picture up good and flush, and then I'm going to push that upper edge of the front sight right into the center, and hopefully that'll be a good location for height. These are usually dead on right and left. We'll have a look at that too. So 6 shots, 6 circles, and 1 spare. Here we go. We will start with the far left circle. Far left. Sights are flush. Flush sights totally flush. Touching the bottom. Flush sight front rear, pushing up right into the middle. Let's try that. Okay, we got a cut. First one is a hit. That's wonderful for a brand new gun. All right, sight's flush, totally flush. Pushing up, dead center of the circle. Oh, that's a cut. I'm gonna call that a cut. I shot a little low. I think that was my pull. Okay, going to number 3. Pushing up into the middle a little bit. Cut on the bottom. Okay, I need to push up a little bit more. Those are me, but it's still a cut. I'm gonna call it a hit. So all I gotta do is just push up a little bit more. And still cut on the bottom edge. Pushing up a little bit more. Oh, that's a miss. Here comes my spare. That was me. Here comes my spare. I gotta use it wisely. Oh, I got a hit. That's good. Still got a hit. All right, this time I'm gonna try to go in the middle. Right in the middle. Pushing up. These combat sights may need to have that center, the center of that dot right in the center of the circle. We'll try that. Oh, pretty doggone close. I was a little bit to the right, but those are all good hits. As I pushed up, the more I pushed up, the better I did. I had one pull, but we're gonna call that a pass. I'm gonna call it a pass. Not bad for 10 yards, 30 feet. Brand new gun right out of the box. And the brass all ejected almost in the same spot. I got a little blanket here to catch it. But I'm real happy. Gosh, I talk loud with the headset on. Let's do one quick test here. I like to do just a few tests. I like to listen to how these guns chamber around. So here's a quick test on that. Single round, just listen to this. See what you detect. Man, that thing is smooth. Okay, that's very, very smooth. We're gonna go ahead and eject that one out. Let's get the mag out. We'll let him go slowly out the side, no problem. So it ejects them even though it doesn't have a relief cut on the front. It does fine on that, and it chambers around very good. You'll notice we didn't have any malfunctions, no ejection problems, no feeding problems. The trigger is crisp, and all I need to do is learn this gun, but I'm gonna say this does not shoot on the tip of the sight. If you put that front sight flush in the back, it's like I say, it's got a rounded U-shaped cut in it. Put that right in the center of that, and then put that circle right in the center of that circle over there where I drew around a nickel. It probably had hit dead center. I pull that in a little bit right. It looks like all those, if you average them up, average them all together, it looks like my right and left sights are pretty good. I don't see a problem with that. I could shoot that some more, but I think you get the point. Very good gun, very smooth. I love the cocking serrations on the rear instead of using the fine ones like Colt does, like the old Army ones. These are real wide, so if you got gloves on, it'll grip the glove, or if your hands are greasy, it would grip that very good, but they're not sharp to the touch. They machined them just extra wide, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 males, 4 things extending up, and then the females in between. 1, 2, 3, 4 females too. That's part of the slide there. So it's a very good feel. It just got a good feel to it, man. I mean, and the safeties are really good and crisp. I like that. That's a big deal for me. When you put a safety on, you should have to push hard, and then when you take it down, your thumb is a lot better pushing down than pushing up. But you should have to push a little bit, and you do. But you got a nice snick. I call it a snick. It's a snap, snick, and good and crisp. So that's great. That means that when you pull that out of the holster, I carry on this kind of a holster right here. Stand up where you can see it. I carry with this kind. And the last thing you want to do with a holster is pull that gun out of the holster and look down and realize that you have swiped your thumb safety off. That's a no-no. So a good crisp spring on there keeps that from happening. So thank y'all for watching this. I hope that it checked off some of your boxes if you're thinking about buying a really nice TISAS. The fit and finish is excellent. The accuracy is, as you see there. And I'm not a professional shooter. I just threw this together and shot real quick. I could spend more time and probably get a little more accurate. Practicing with the gun will make a huge difference. So please send me some comments. Click the like and the subscribe button. But your comments are very welcome. Appreciate my Marine buddies that write to me often. And we need some Navy men on there too. They can probably tell me how to do this a lot better than what I'm doing it. They're pretty good at that, especially submariners. So thank y'all for watching, and Semper Fi to my Marine buddies. And over and out for now.